Expand your mind and enrich your world. It's time for another outstanding podcast from ICRT.
Hello and welcome to Sort of Taiwan Talk. I'm Keith Menconi. I say sort of Taiwan Talk because we are once again breaking the newsy question-answer format we usually have on the show and bringing the interview live on air to the morning show with Terry Engel. In a second, we're going to be hearing a really fascinating interview we did just last week on October 21st on the morning show with Patricia Yang, a Taichung native who has earned recognition for her work on... All right, well, we're going to let that interview speak for itself. We don't need to get into that just yet. And before we get to the interview, though, I just want to ask our listeners out there a quick question. How would you feel if this was the only format for Taiwan Talk? And what I'm talking about here is these extended interviews on the morning show. So if we ditched the newsier format completely and only gave you the morning show interviews, would you miss that newsier way of doing things? So if you've got an opinion on this, shoot me an email at keith@icrt.com.tw. That's my name, Keith @icrt.com.tw. And if I don't hear anything, we've been liking the way these extended interviews have been going. It's been feeling good. So if we don't hear anything, we're probably going to phase out that old newsier format within about a month or so. So do shoot us an email. Let us know what you think. Okay, that's it for the housekeeping bit. Enough for that, and on to the show. Here it is, Patricia Yang on The Morning Show with Terry Engel.
ICRT FM 100, 9 minutes past 10 in the morning. We return to The Morning Show with Terry here, and our Wednesday's extended interview segment where we bring in the, what's the word, movers and shakers of Taipei and Taiwan and
movers and shakers is good.
Movers and shakers.
Folks that have done stuff.
Folks that have done stuff. Today, Keith, I'm going to let you introduce today's guest.
Well, today we are speaking to one of Taiwan's very own, who has brought honor and glory to us all with her research into the laws of urination.
Okay.
Now, we know this was a big deal because her research won the prestigious Ig Nobel Award, as we kind of went over earlier.
Yeah, we briefed it.
It's an infamous spoof of the Nobels that recognizes scientific achievements that make people laugh and then think. And the work of today's guest definitely did that. We're just going to tease her paper's title right here. Duration of urination does not change with body size. That's the name of the paper's title.
Duration of urination
does not change with body size. So we're going to get deeper into that in just a second. But first, let's introduce the lead author. It's Patricia Yang. She is a Taichung native, currently working through her fourth year of her doctoral program in mechanical engineering at Georgia Tech. And I believe you're in those parts right about now. So you're in Georgia. Patricia, thanks for joining us this morning.
Hello. Yeah, I'm Patricia. Thanks for the interview. Thanks for the invitation.
Yeah, great to have you on the program. Let's begin here, Patricia. Just very quickly, your study found that mammals weighing 3 kilograms or more all take about 21 seconds to empty their bladders. This is just to kind of set up what your research involved. We're talking about any sized sort of animal, from elephants to even DJs and whatnot, I suppose. Maybe you can explain it better than we can. Tell us just very briefly, maybe in an abstract fashion, what your research is about and what you found.
Okay, so we compared several mammals, including probably 20 more species, and we count their urination time. And the reason why they are all urinate, I would say pee, at the same duration, about 20, 30 seconds, there's two reasons. One is the bigger animal, they have wider pee-pee pipe. We call it urethra later, but
That's the technical term.
Yeah, technical term, that's urethra, but they have wider pipe. And the second reason is a little bit subtle, but that's because of physics. So the bigger animal, they have longer this pee-pee pipe. So they will have higher gravity gravitational acceleration.
I didn't know gravity came into this. Patricia,
Yes.
now I'm glad you said pee, by the way, because I was going to get real sick of saying urination the whole time.
Oh, really? That too.
It's hard for me to use the technical terms for an entirety of an hour, and when we're talking about pee. But okay, so that's the basis of your research. We'll get in maybe to some specifics of it a little bit later.
Talk more about that pee-pee pipe.
Yeah, exactly. But let's now just switch over to the Ig Nobel Awards themselves. Now, before I ask you your feelings or about receiving an award like this, maybe you can just kind of, again, very quickly set up for us how you received this, how you kind of got noticed for the Ig Nobel Awards. And maybe you can probably explain better than Keith or I what the Ig Nobel Prize is.
So after this award, after I attend this award, I believe the Ig Nobel Prize is to recognize scientists who make science humor or humor science. Yeah.
Okay. So you're
Yes.
aware that this is like a humorous thing.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is the main thing that will make you laugh, but sort of relate to science.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah. Okay.
So they want to, I would say, make popular science in a humor way.
Okay. Well, that was kind of where I was leading with this. Was that you're aware that they in a certain way gave you this award in a humorous fashion.
Yes, but I would treat it as the top biggest award for people who are doing research like us.
Well, no, of course, no. That's again what I'm kind of getting at, which is,
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, does it sort of take away from your research at all, or the dedication you have to your research, knowing that people kind of gave you this award, as comedy as much as anything else? Does that make you, kind of feel bad about the work you're doing, or are you at all in any way, take your work less seriously?
I mean, you're not. I get.
Not really. I mean, we didn't really treat it very serious to publish a paper. But anytime we mention this, even before we publish a paper, it's always full of laughing.
Do you think a day could come where you would win an actual Nobel in this line of research, or is it impossible for somebody who's studying pee, no matter how valid or how useful that pee research is? Do you think it would always be impossible for them to win an actual Nobel?
Actually, there's one scientist. He won two of them. He won both. He won the Ig Nobel Prize first, and he won the real Nobel Prize.
Oh, really? Oh, so
Yes.
so there is somebody. Oh, no kidding.
So we can't count you out at all.
Not really.
What did he do his research in?
So the first time, he had a sort of a small scientific experiment called Friday Evening Experiment. He would do something crazy with his students, just do something random on Friday evening. And one of them was using the magnetic field to spin a real frog.
Okay.
Yes, and they visualize this. So people know that you're made of water, and water have dipoles, so you will be you'll be polarized by people test this hypothesis by some frozen strawberries or some that stuff. But he's the first one who tried this on real frog, a live frog.
Okay.
Yeah, so that won him the Ig Nobel Prize in physics.
Right.
Yes.
But then
later on, he studied materials on the graphene.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a night he just used some 3M tapes and figured out that he just peeled off a layer of graphene, and he got way high concentration of graphene than the pricey device will do in his lab.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he kind of invented that method, and that won him the real Ig Nobel. real Nobel Prize.
So let me just get this straight. The difference between ignoble and noble is that Nobel research is boring and ignoble is kind of like humorous and fun to listen to.
I was way more into that frog one, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, me too. Me too, for sure.
But there's a connection, actually. We have real Nobel Prize winner to the ceremony.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they bestow the prizes, right?
Yes, they will be there. At least probably 5 to 10 of them will be in the Ig Nobel Prize ceremony every year.
Oh, wow. Now, have you already been to the ceremony to collect your prize?
Yes, we were there in September.
Okay, so you actually received your prize, and there were Nobel laureates at the ceremony.
Yes, I received the prize from them.
Wow.
Did they ask you to wash your hands before you shook their hands?
I washed, though. I washed.
Well, tell me a little bit about the dinner for an Ig Nobel Prize. Like, where was this held? They flew you out there, I'm guessing.
Not really. We paid.
Oh, you got to pay to go to your own award ceremony?
So it's a biggest award, but they are not that. They don't have enough funding to pay all the winners to come.
I'm starting to realize the other difference between the Ig Nobels and the Nobel Prizes.
Yeah, so we talked to our department chair, and told him this is the first time Georgia Tech got this award. You need to fund us.
Yeah, right.
And definitely they got through all. They said, no problem. So they gave us the airfare and the hotel for us.
Oh, nice.
We brought all our families.
Oh, nice. What did you have for dinner? What do they have for dinner at the Ig Nobel Prize Award ceremony dinner?
Actually, they lock us in the ceremony from, I believe that's 2 p.m. in the afternoon till 9 p.m.
Oh, wow. Yeah. And they didn't give you dinner?
Oh, they gave us a lot of finger foods behind the stage.
But no dinner?
No dinner.
Oh, come on. That's awesome.
There's a lot of Ig.
The best ice cream from Boston.
Oh, okay. Well, ice cream.
Getting a lot of Ig and not a lot of Nobel there.
Yeah, that's right. That's fine, though. I guess if you had all the ice cream you can eat, that's as much as you can ask for.
I also heard that you got a bit of prize money too. Is it true that you got $10 trillion bill from Zimbabwe?
Yes, we got 10 trillion, but only one cash this time. So we sign it, and that's still in my advisor's hand.
It's still in your advisor's hand.
You're the lead author on the paper. It's in his hand.
Yeah, that's I'm impressed.
And how much is 1 trillion Zimbabwe dollars? How much is that worth, say, U.S.?
About $1.
About $1, and he still has, and he's keeping that from you, is he?
Yeah, he doesn't want to give it away.
Right.
I think brand it or something. Yeah, and the frames cost more than that.
Yeah, right. Of course. Okay, Patricia, I tell you what, we're just going to take ourselves a very short break here on the morning show. So I hope you're going to stick around with us here.
Sure.
All right. Excellent. We're talking with Patricia Yang here. She's an Ig Nobel Prize recipient for her research in the urination of mammals.
The laws of urination.
And peeing. We can just say that now.
She gave us permission to do that.
She's kind of okayed it. All right. Right here. Stay with us. The Morning Show with Terry continues in just a moment.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Here we go.
Now you know. So here we go. Back to the best music on the island.
I like it.
On ICRT.
We return to the Morning Show with Terry here. It's 10:25 in the morning. We are amidst our Wednesday morning extended interview segment. And joining us, we have Patricia Yang. She's in Georgia as we speak. Patricia, again, thank you for joining the program here.
Hello. Thanks for... Yeah, I'm here again.
Gave us a fright there.
Yeah, I thought you'd left.
I did.
Now, just to quickly refresh, Patricia is a recipient of an Ig Nobel Award for her research concerning...
duration of urination.
Duration of urination. It's almost a rap lyric.
A terrible rap lyric.
It's got a rhyme to it and everything. But that's what you're here for.
It's got a flow? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it kind of flows. Yeah, exactly. Patricia, sort of jokes aside for a second here. Don't worry, we got lots of them, by the way.
Oh, really?
If there's one thing...
Is that a style?
Yeah.
They'll be dribbling out all hour.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Now, the reason you're kind of here on the program with us here today is because after sort of receiving... Not only did you receive this prestigious award, and we'd be happy to talk to you, regardless, but you are from Taiwan, of course, and that's kind of the reason why we've got you here. You're from Taichung.
Yes.
Now, give us a little bit about your background in Taiwan. Maybe did you go to university here? Did you do your master's here? Maybe give us a little bit of background.
Okay, so before I went to college, I grew up in Taichung.
Mm-hmm.
So I live right next to Zhongxing University.
Okay.
So my parents walked me, when I was little to Zhongxing University for all different the ponds, the animals, the ducks, the ducks, the geese, all these animals in that nice campus.
Okay.
And yes, and I have almost infinite amount of pets. I won't say infinite, but I believe that's more than normal child. I have hamster, fish, chicken, turtle.
Oh, really? So
yeah.
was it at a young age that you became
Yes.
interested in animals peeing?
Not pee specifically, but I do enjoy the time with animals. My mom is a biologist. I guess that's probably why.
Okay.
Yeah, so I always stay with animals.
Okay. All right. So that's
before I get into college, I kind of enjoyed my life during high school, middle school, in Taichung.
Okay.
With all my lovely animal friends.
Okay. Then on to university. Was that in Taiwan, or did you go abroad for that?
I was in National Taiwan University.
Okay. Good. All right.
So I did major in physics and ocean engineering.
Okay.
So I did double majors actually.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So, sorry, what was that? That was
Ocean
physics
engineering.
and ocean engineering. Okay, good.
Yes.
So, moving
for
on to your
ocean
master's, where did you do
I
that?
don't have a master's. So after that, I did a research assistant in academic senior
Oh, I
and
see.
then applied for grad school.
I see. Excellent. Okay. Now, you're going to have to help us all out here, everybody who's listening, make this kind of connection.
Okay.
What was it that drew you to want to research about animals peeing?
Okay. So I explained animal already, right?
Yep.
We're halfway there.
Then, okay. So now I got to talk about fluid. I love fluid at the time when I studied ocean engineering.
I'm getting the connection now.
Fluid mechanics.
Got it?
Right.
Yes. And I studied physics.
Okay. Another connection. Okay.
Yes. And then, so the time when I choose my program, I want to do something with animal, actually anything. And I want something that relate to fluid. And I won't use what I learned in college.
I see. So at Georgia Tech is the sort of doctoral program that you're enrolled in is the department. Which department is it, first of all?
Mechanical engineering.
Mechanical engineering. Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
And do they don't have a specific department for, like, say,
Biomechanics or
well, that's a more technical way of the way I was going to say it, but yes, is that
Animals doing their thing.
Yeah, exactly. There's no animal urology department or anything like that.
Not really. So my specialty is still mechanical engineering, fluid mechanics, and math and physics. Yeah, that's what I'm good at. It took me a while to choose the right lab for me. I want animals, and so it limited my options to probably down to one or two for all grad schools.
Yeah, right.
So then it became easier. So I just talked to these advisors saying, "Oh, would you like to take me?" I want the animals and the fluid at the same time.
I guess it's a natural progression then, I would say.
Yeah, but that's not related to urination at all, I would say.
Not specifically anyway, but no.
Yeah, so there was a time when I was first year, and I remember that morning I was late to grad school, to grad office. Then the time when I came in, everyone stare at me and say, probably she would take that project. And I haven't figured out which project it is, then they decided. So I will take that, whatever project it is.
Yeah, right.
So they came up with this project, and then they laid it on you.
No, actually, all of my advisors, he said that we have 3 data points. That's himself, his son, and his dog.
And that's where it began, with his data points.
Yes. So, and he asked me the first question, like, what do you think? How long will elephant take to pee?
Okay, now surely, Patricia, at this point you figure he's joking, right? Like there's no like if I spoke to my advisor and sort of the question they said was, "What do you think? Who would pee longer, me or an elephant?" There's no way I would take them
Your
seriously.
mechanical engineering advisor at Georgia Tech.
Exactly. Surely.
Yeah. So actually, the first reason is like, okay, so if I do this, can I go to the zoo?
You just take it in a totally different direction.
Yes, I said, yeah, I will probably count you friend by friend if you borrow me the camera and let me go.
Now, there's so many inappropriate questions to ask here, but we're trying to keep them on point, of course.
Okay.
Patricia, but
Yes.
So that's how this whole thing sort of started, and that's how you got involved in this. The next step, of course, was to start your research, and I'm guessing that there's not a lot of research done about the duration of animal pee.
None at all.
None at all. None at all.
So you're a pioneer.
Yes, definitely.
How do you develop sort of your your background information or your research notes when there's no kind of specific or research that has been done in this field? What's your starting point?
The starting point, so it all starts from that question, like how long it takes. So then we try to explain that time thing. Like, so then I brought him data. I say, okay, elephant beat us a time as long as you did. And he got more surprised. He said, Patricia, you need to stick with this. This got to be your thesis.
Just imagine that moment.
Again, surely you must have thought he was joking at that point.
Yeah, but then, I want to go to the zoo again. So I said, yeah, we can study this.
So all of this...
I have no idea. Yeah, I have no idea about the structure, the autonomy, the urinary system. So I say, I need some helper, I believe.
So all of this stemmed from you wanting to go to the zoo more than anything else. That's what you're trying to tell us.
Yes.
Do you ever read that Dr. Seuss book, If I Ran the Zoo? No.
Excuse me?
Did you ever read a book by Dr. Seuss? Do you know the great Dr. Seuss?
Oh, yeah, Dr. Seuss, yes.
You're familiar with his research?
Yes. That was very little.
Well, of course, everybody was very little. But yeah, he wrote a book called If I Ran the Zoo. I think it's somewhat appropriate here.
Oh, yeah, that was... it's so cool.
Yeah, I agree.
I want to get into it again.
Yeah. So
you need to come up with another research project to justify that, I guess.
Actually, that's ongoing project if you're interested.
Now, tell us maybe a little bit about now the results. Now I think we can move into the results here, which are, of course, the premise of the paper is that we already described all mammals over 3 kilograms seem to pee for the same amount of time. So what is that amount of time? What is a normal pee length?
Oh, it's 21 seconds plus minus 13 seconds.
Plus or minus 13 seconds. Now, for example, if I, came in at, 52 seconds, does that make me like stronger or like, what's the word I'm looking for? More
stronger?
Well, I don't know, stronger, like more of a mammal? I don't know.
Okay, if you pee over 30 seconds, actually you pee longer than an elephant.
So you beat an elephant.
If you pee longer than 2 minutes, I would suggest you go to see a doctor.
So it would be indicative. So you think it's indicative of manly prowess. She's saying that's just not normal.
Yeah, right. That's kind of what I'm getting at here. Now, what about, though, Saturday night. I'm out. I've had a couple of beverages, a couple of beers. Let's say, Patricia, and this is a question. I mean, who else would I ask but you? Is there any truth to this, to the notion of cracking the seal? I can go all night and drink beers and not have to take a pee, but then as soon as I have one pee, I'm like peeing all night. Is there any truth to the cracking the seal theory?
Yes. So
really?
We didn't consider that, but we do found some outliers. There's a beagle on YouTube. He eat a half of watermelon, and it took that dog like 2 minutes long to finish.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So watermelons will do it.
Like half of it for the small 3-kilogram dogs. Yeah.
Wow. And this was integral to your research, of course, watching the beagle pee.
Yeah, on YouTube videos, yes.
Okay, so there is some relationship. So a normal human male goes out for a Saturday night, has, knocks back 14 or 15 beverages, or, whatever, 6, I don't know, however many is normal. And that is the crack the seal theory sort of holds. So as soon as I go to the bathroom, it's going to make me go more, or is that absolutely not true?
You would definitely go more, but also faster. You have a second backup pump instead of gravity that's from your bladder. So you can actually pee faster.
Interesting. And that kind of kicks in the more beverages I've had.
Yes. It's very hard I would say, for all mammals to hold it, actually.
Well, okay. Well, this was actually getting into my next question, which was holding it. It's not good to hold it.
It's not good to hold it. And actually, the evolutional aspect of this research is you cannot. So all the animals, they can even poop when they are walking, but they need to stop when they are peeing. So the time when they stop, there is a higher chance they will be eaten or found by the predators.
Interesting.
So being able to pee quickly for an elephant, you need to get that done in 21 seconds. That's important to be able to do.
Yes, it's important.
And now you're saying that a lot of the mammals also stop when they pee.
You can't walk and pee. You can't.
I can't.
That's quite a claim.
Okay, that's it. I'm going to put that to the test.
That's quite
right
a claim.
Yeah, exactly. You better be sure of this, Patricia, because I'm about to test this one out.
Let me know later.
We're going to get some data points.
That's this. Really? So you can't. So you're telling me that I cannot walk and pee at the same time?
All animals, not just you.
Really?
But you can't poop and pee.
Above 3 kilograms. How about that? Above 3 kilograms.
Yeah.
Red are different. Yeah.
But you can't poop and walk.
You do. You can. You can.
Yeah, you can.
You can walk and poop, but you cannot walk and pee.
Wow. Okay. Well,
I knew this was going to be informative.
I mean, yeah, no, exactly. This is surely that Nobel Prize winning research you're looking for. Then.
Yeah.
Walking and peeing.
No, you can't.
Finding the outlier.
Yeah, finding, This is crazy stuff. Okay, Patricia, again, we're going to have to take a little bit of a break, if that's okay with you. I'm hoping that you're going to stick around still. I mean, I think there's a lot more that we could...
so many areas unexplored.
Yeah, there's a lot we can delve into still. All right, good.
Quite a bit.
Stay with us. It's Patricia Yang. She's speaking to us from Georgia and Georgia Tech University. She's won an Ig Nobel Prize for... duration of urination. There we go.
That's how you say it.
World-changing. We laugh, but real research here. We'll get into sort of how real it is in a moment. Why don't we do that? We've kind of had a little bit of fun with it. We've been taking
various things out of it.
We've been taking the whatever out of it, and but we'll come back and we'll talk about sort of the actual validity behind it. We've been having fun with this.
We've been jerks long enough.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. But there is some actual kind of real prestige to this. So we'll be back in just a moment. We'll take another break here on the morning show. Just a few moments. Stay with us.
Every day, all day at work.
Definitely on the way to work.
And on my way home.
The latest local and international news, emergency information, traffic, weather, and sports. In English. Only on ICRT.
We return to the morning show here with Terry, 1044. We're with Patricia Yang. She is an expert in peeing. And I don't mean like herself. I mean like she's an expert in researching peeing.
All mammals. She knows about all mammals.
All mammals and all mammals. Thanks again for joining us, Patricia. We really appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you.
Now, just before we get into the actual kind of the implications of your research and the actual serious business of it. So we just want to once again clarify that because what does it mean if one pees longer than another mammal?
You're really hung up on this.
I'm really hung up on this because I have to tell you, Patricia, in preparation for this interview, Keith and I, who take the morning show, we take it very seriously, and we take our research quite seriously. I think you'd agree with that.
I would agree with that. Yes.
We did do a little bit of
field testing, a little checking on this, and so what we did was we timed each other peeing, is what we did. And what were the results? The results. Now, don't get a. We're going to have to wait for her interpretation for this.
Okay, so don't get a big head is what you're saying. He's telling me not to get a big head about this, okay?
The results were Terry was 30 seconds, I was 25 seconds.
Now, does that in any way, like, make me better or cooler or anything like that?
You guys are the same cool as elephants.
Hey, well, that's not bad.
I'll take that. Tied with elephants.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, the same cool as lions and tigers. How about that?
That's cool, too. Now, it's sort of seriously, but sort of not seriously.
I will answer this.
What does it mean to have peed less or more? Does that just simply mean there's more fluid intake, or does that mean that just a different... would we be able to say that my pee-pee pipe was smaller or bigger or anything like that?
The pee-pee pipe, the length of pee-pee pipe is proportional to your body size.
In every
I haven't
case?
seen you guys. I don't know which one is like taller or heavier. I have no idea.
Okay. All right. By the way, I'm taller.
And heavier.
Okay. Then probably a little bit longer, I guess. and usually we feel we want to go for when the bladder is probably 2/3 full.
Okay.
All right. But you can hold it a little bit till but 100% is called like emergency.
Yeah, right. 100% full is emergency. Yeah.
You can push it a little bit by your bladder.
Right. Right.
Yeah, so you have two pumps, one's gravity, one's bladder. So that all causes variations among like 13 seconds.
So there's a variation of 13 seconds. Oh, I thought you said 13. Okay, gotcha.
So there's a lot of variables involved here.
Yeah, and that's it. All the data are from just pure observation. We didn't control anything, so anything could happen.
Observation.
Anything could happen.
So most of your research was done on observation.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Now, let's enough joking. Keith and I are having a good laugh here just about that. But let's talk very seriously here. That the Ig Nobel Award is actually you must be fairly proud of yourself. Your family must be proud of you because although this is a very humorous thing and it's done kind of sort of tongue in cheek, but to have your research recognized internationally, regardless of the reason, must be a great achievement for you.
Yes. Before that, I never won any awards.
Oh, really?
This is the first award in my life, I would say.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah, and all my lab mates, they have certain awards like best paper, best thesis, best student presentations, and I have nothing.
But you got this.
Yeah.
And you got it for going to the zoo a bunch of times. It's win-win.
That's my favorite part. Definitely, that's my favorite part.
And even beyond the importance of being recognized for this research, the implications are also quite real as well. Maybe you can talk to us so that we don't, as a takeaway, kind of laugh about, the fact that, I have a longer pee than Keith or something like that. We talk about that there are real implications for your research.
Okay. So there's two applications. One is from medical research. We use animal model for different type of research. Like we usually use rat for cancer. But before my study, we don't have a clear figure like what we should do for urinary system.
Mm-hmm.
So we did everything on rats. But now my study suggests that you should study the urinary system for human on any animal that have similar body size.
So this is actually quite huge for future research then.
Yes, because the PB pie will be similar. The size of that will be similar.
So you're saying I'm a similar size as an elephant? Okay. Interesting.
No, I'm saying you will if we want to study the urinary system to help human health, we should use animal model that close to humans' body size.
Right, of course. So that's implication number one.
And animals smaller than 3 kilograms, you're saying, are totally different. They do it in a different way.
They do it in a different way. They have PB pies too thin that they could not generate jets. Instead, they generate drops.
No jet stream.
Yes,
Okay.
no jet stream, but
just dribbling.
droplets, yeah.
Just dribbling.
Yeah, just dribbling.
And the second implication of your research
is the engineering side. Like for all the draining system, like water towels, kitchen sink, toilet, we will have different design for draining out water, emptying out a certain tank of water. But for nature, for animals, they just use one design to solve all the problems.
And they just scale it up and down.
Yes. So I think there should be a fashion later for a design all this draining pipe. Like we should apply one design for all of them, and that will work.
and just based on this and what you've told me before, then one of the main kind of features of or designs of our jet stream, if you will, or our flow, is in fact gravity.
Yeah, so the magic is that PB pipe.
I've often told that to people, Patricia, but they don't believe me.
It is research that makes you think. I never realized that it was a magic pee-pee pipe.
I mean, yeah, people didn't know the function of that. So then they just scale it up. They have the same aspect ratio from you to lion to elephant. So the width to the length of it's always the same. It just scale up. And that could give you a magical effect that they would empty out any amount of fluid at the same time.
Even a horse?
Yeah.
You've heard the phrase. I mean, we've all heard the phrase.
Terry.
No, I'm just saying. She says she's saying it's relative, but I'm saying I don't know. I really, it's all relative. Okay, that just interests me. I think that's interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Patricia, listen, I know you've taken your time out, your evening out to talk with us, and I very much appreciate it. I know Keith and I are being silly to a certain point, and you've been a great sport with this, but you've been a great sport in receiving the Ig Nobel Award. But on a serious note, thank you for sharing your research with us and now the world.
We were probably more excited to talk to you than almost any other guest we've ever spoken with.
Really?
We were very excited to talk with you today.
I'm very glad. Thank you for that.
And probably also importantly, the fact that your research is being recognized all over the world, and you're representing Taiwan. I know that means a lot to the folks over here. It was kind of big news here, and I know you weren't here. But just so you do know, it was big news, and there's a lot of people in Taiwan that are really proud of you, and we hope you keep up the good work.
Great, thank you all. You do have been the greatest host I have ever had.
Oh, go on!
She was telling me before the interview we're also her first host. So.
I bet you say that to all the mammals.
Hey,
I will be the again.
When you do win your Nobel Prize for this, will you come back on the show?
Real Nobel Prize?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
All right, that's a promise. Will you share your prize money with us? No, that's okay.
Would you guys fly me back?
Would we fly? I'll tell you what. If you win a Nobel Prize, what is that? That's a cash prize of $1 million, isn't it? Yeah. You're gonna have to buy your own plane ticket. Is what you're gonna have to do.
Oh, but probably Taiwan will be my first stop.
Oh well, we'll see what happens. I can't imagine we have the budget
we have
for
time,
that.
I believe.
All right, Patricia. Again, everybody here in Taiwan is proud of you, and I know that there's a lot of people here in Taiwan listening to you right now? Who's listening? You got friends, family listening?
Yes, my mom's listening, my auntie is listening, and my great uncle is listening.
Oh, really? Excellent.
Yes.
Well, we'll let them all know that everybody's proud of you, and a big hello to you from everybody here in Taiwan.
Yeah, thank you all. Hello for all people who are listening to me. Great. Thank you.
Okay, thanks,
I'm
Patricia.
from Taiwan. Yeah.
Thanks so much for taking the time. All right, that's Patricia Yang. She's from Georgia Tech University. She's from Taichung. She is a Ig Nobel Prize winner, recipient.
For discovering that all mammals pee the same.
All mammals pee the same. Excellent stuff. Coming up at the top of the hour, right at 11, we do have the news, so you're going to want to stay with us for that. When we get back from that, we've got music. In the next hour as well, we have our Wow Taiwan review segment that we didn't pick up on earlier, so we're going to do that a little bit later. We will review the Wow Taiwan event for this month, which was the Hot Spring Festival in Jiaoxi, or it's actually held in many different places in Taiwan, but I'll get to that. And we'll review the Wow Taiwan. I'll tell you all about my day out in Jiaoxi and the hot springs. It was tough work, but somebody's got to do it. Spend a day in the hot springs.
Got a rough job, man.
Yeah, I know. It's tough. It's tough. So we'll do that. I've also got prizes to give away. Jiaoxi prizes, some eats. I got them behind me, and we'll give those away, and I'll tell you how we're going to do that in the next hour as well. Now, usually in the next hour, we do have our themed request hour, but today that goes on hold as we're going to focus on the Wow Taiwan event for a good part of the next hour as well. And we'll just spin some good music, and if you've got a request, I'll take it one way or the other. I'll let you know how we'll do that after the news. So
got a lot of interesting themes to work with.
We do, yeah. Well, we do. I was, usually based on, what my interview's on. I didn't know if I wanted the theme to be, necessarily, urination, duration. All right, stay with us. It's the morning show with Terry here. News up next.
And one last time, that was Taichung native and Georgia Tech doctoral student Patricia Yang speaking on the morning show with Terry Engel. And just to repeat myself again, we are looking at moving away from the format that we have been doing things, the just me with a guest, doing question-answer kind of stuff, kind of newsy, and bringing you more of these extended interviews like the one you just heard. Would love to hear your views on that. Either yes, definitely the new way is better, or no, we like the old way. Either way, whatever you think, send an email to keith@icrt.com.tw. Just want to make sure we're bringing you the stuff that you actually want. All right, that's it for the show today. For Taiwan Talk and the Morning Show with Terry Engel, I'm Keith Manconi. See you soon.